Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Art, channeling messages from Spirit, Infinite Gratitude on my Scorpio placements. This is your reading. There's somebody panicking, Scorpio. They have unhealed wounding and they're panicking about an irrational fear. So they have an irrational fear or an anxiety that's causing them to overthink a situation or obsess over a situation in an unhealthy way. This person is suffering from mental turmoil because of this irrational fear. They have a very weak intuition and a low level of self-trust, so they don't know who to believe, what to do. They don't even trust themselves. They're just suffering from this turmoil and they don't see a way out of it. This person is connected to you in some way, Scorpio, but I don't see you at odds with this person. There is no problem. And I think that's why there's no conflict, is because there really is no problem, Scorpio, between you and this person. This person may have irrational, imagined fears and illusions of fear haunting them, somehow connecting to you. And because the fears and their anxieties are irrational, unreal, and invalid, you don't engage with this person and there is no issue. There is no confrontation. There is no conflict. And Scorpio, I don't see you in this place of anxiety or mental turmoil or anguish. I see whoever it is that you're connected to, or whoever is connected to you in some way in this space, and we're picking up on their energy. Spirit wants us to be aware of their presence. Someone is anxious, obsessing over you, obsessing over something about you. They have irrational fears about you, your situation, what it is that you're doing, and they're obsessing over what it is that you do. This is really unpleasant because this is the type of energy that is a catalyst to stalking and unnecessary harassment. Like, this person has irrational fears, and this could incite this person to harass you or stalk you or obsess over you. And I don't see this person stalking or harassing you because they are in turmoil. They're in anguish. So this person can't harass you. They can't stalk you, and it's causing anguish and turmoil for this person. But there is an energy present of someone who is suffering from some sort of mental illness, and they feel the urge to violate your human rights, your boundaries, in order to soothe their insecurity, their fear. They need to watch you while you think no one's looking, or they feel the need to observe your day-to-day tasks and behavior and activities for some reason, and they're willing to break the law. They're willing to make themselves look crazy or make themselves look disturbed. Um, they're willing to hurt themselves essentially in an effort to ease their mental turmoil and anguish. And this involves you somehow, Scorpio. This person has targeted you, or this person feels an obsession about you. And it's very unpleasant for this person not having the right to harass you, not having any way of stalking or harassing you. Because essentially what they will do is stalk and harass you, thinking that they're doing the right thing, thinking that they're some sort of hero, thinking that they're just for their actions. But in reality, this person is crossing your boundaries, or is having thoughts of crossing your boundaries, breaking the law, doing something unlawful, doing something inappropriate, to because they have an irrational fear or an irrational thoughts about you. This person has a lot of unhealed wounding that is creating a lot of pain and suffering for them mentally. And fortunately for you, Scorpio, they don't have access to, they don't have the right to break the law or harass and stalk you. This person is having thoughts about this. It's like they're thinking about harassing you, and that's what that is. Whatever it is that they feel like is the right thing is in reality a very terrible thing. They have kind of deceived themselves into thinking that they're doing good, just, right things by mistreating you, and they're considering the consequences of getting sued, getting caught, being reprimanded for harassment. They're considering what the consequences would be. I don't think, what I'm picking up on here is that this person hasn't done this yet, or this person stopped doing this or had to stop doing this. What I'm getting here is that they're in their own bubble with irrational fears about doing something that is very inappropriate, essentially. Um, and they're connected to you, and they want to have access to you. Like, it's disturbing. It's very unpleasant. It's disturbing. Um, they are in a space where they feel powerless. If they could harass you, they would. If they could cross your boundaries, violate your rights, they would. This is a very low vibrational person and frequency. This person is in a very dark place mentally to consider harassing you in these ways, to prove a point to other people or to prove a point to themselves. Um, they're very deceived, is what I'm picking up here. This person is very disillusioned, deceived, very wounded. They have mental wounding, unhealed wounding that they're avoiding, um, that they haven't even acknowledged. I feel like this person hasn't even acknowledged that they have a problem, or this person hasn't even accepted the fact that they're wrong about certain things, or that they were misled in certain ways. This person is like in denial and willing to do some very terrible, inappropriate things to prove a point, to prove something irrational and unreal to be true. So this is potentially dangerous if this person acts on their irrational thoughts. But I'm picking up on an energy where this person is not capable of harassing you. I feel like this is because of you, Scorpio. This is your reading. I feel like Scorpio, and I only pulled one card, you guys. Scorpio, I feel like you set some really powerful, strong boundaries that you have enforced time and time again, and this person is incapable of crossing your boundaries. This is you. This person, I feel like this person is very ill, and if they could cross your boundaries, they would in a heartbeat. Like, it's giving I Am Legend. It's giving like zombie apocalypse. Like, this person would bust through your windows and be like, "Hi, I caught you." You know, like really irrational, really dangerous, really, really ill. And because you have enforced your boundaries time and time again, and maybe you've had to cope with some situation like this in the past, maybe this is something that you are prepared for. Maybe this is something that you are aware of and you're prepared for, or you've um, learned about this, or you've seen this before. I don't know. But somehow, Scorpio, you've managed to sustain very solid boundaries when it comes to this person or people like this or entities like this. And that is the reason why this person has been unsuccessful at harassing you and crossing your boundaries. If you had any weakness in your boundaries, this person would take whatever route possible to be destructive. Um, and you won't allow it. You won't allow this person to exhibit these destructive behaviors towards you, around you. It's not possible. Um, you have these boundaries enforced where it's just simply not possible, and this person cannot do these things. They don't have any power to do these things. And this is really fortunate for you, Scorpio. This is another reason to be really grateful that you have the resources, the space, the time, the support, the room, whatever it is that is enforcing these boundaries or helping you to enforce your boundaries. This is really actually working. This is protecting you from dangerous, irrational individuals with no discernment, with very poor intuition, very toxic thought processes, But that this person is present, they're thinking about you and they're obsessing over you, but they are powerless. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, like Scorpio. You've done a fantastic job at showing up for yourself, standing up for yourself, your defending yourself, being protective over yourself. Um, like Spirit is really congratulating you for the growth. You've applied your knowledge and it's working. There is no way for this person to have any sort of access to you or what's yours, or there's no way this person can disrupt you, distract you. I mean, this person is really blocked off. Like you could have someone blocked. It could be as simple as blocking somebody. It could be as complicated as getting some sort of alarm system or security. Like it could be really one extreme or the other, but you have found what is appropriate for your situation and for you. And you are enforcing these boundaries and ensuring that you're safe. And Spirit is really congratulating you. Spirit is really pleased with your progress because maybe at one point you didn't have as strong, um, maybe at one point your boundaries weren't as strong. Maybe at one point you weren't aware that you needed to have boundaries. You weren't aware that this kind of problem would exist. And now that you have become aware, you have put in place all of the necessary precautions to feel secure. And I feel like you've experienced a certain level of peace because of that. None of your efforts are in vain, Scorpio. What I'm channeling here is that the divine spirit is pleased with your application of knowledge and your level of awareness. One thing that I've learned doing these readings for as long as I've been doing them is that spirit really seems to prioritize awareness and having a high level of consciousness. Like spirit really, really doesn't like ignorance. Spirit really doesn't like having your head in the sand or just closing off all your senses and being ignorant. Is just something spirit does not like. Spirit wants you to know about what's real. Spirit wants you to be aware of what's happening, what's going on. Spirit doesn't want you to be ignorant. Spirit doesn't want you to be unprepared. And I feel like Spirit is very pleased with you, Scorpio, because you have become very aware and you're consistently doing research on things, staying up to date about certain world events. You keep your eyes and ears open. You do what you need to do to stay aware, and this is working for you. This is serving you. Spirit is supporting you because you have done your part and played your role in protecting and securing yourself. your loved ones. Like this is really pleasing to Spirit. I feel like you enforce, thank you, Spirit, you enforce your boundaries so well with either this person or these individuals, because it could be more than one. Spirit, what I'm channeling here is that you're enforcing your boundaries so well that you're actually helping these individuals who have this urge to harass you. You're helping these individuals heal these unhealed, wounded aspects of them. It's like a slow process, but they're starting to come into awareness. They're starting to have epiphanies. It's like realizations that are just prompted in their mind that, wow, I don't even have the tools or the resources to do this. Like, what was I thinking? Like, how was that ever possible? How was that ever going to happen? That would never work. And I actually was trying to do that. Like, this person is having epiphanies where they're just understanding and becoming aware of how foolish their ideas are, or how unrealistic their fears are, or how invalid their mindset is. It's like they're realizing that they truly are not in a good place, or they're realizing how sick they are. I feel like this person is realizing how sick they are. They're taking the focus off of you, Scorp, thank you, Spirit. They're taking their focus off of you and placing it on themselves, which is exactly what's needed. It's like instead of obsessing over you and what they don't know about you, because I feel like you have certain things about your life that you keep private, that you don't share with everybody. And this person obsesses over details of your life that you don't share, the details of your life that you don't need the world or other people or this person to be involved in. This is someone who's obsessing over like hidden details of your life, or details that are hidden to them, details of your life they have no right to be involved in. It's like it's inappropriate for this person to know certain things about you or to have access to you in certain ways. It's just absolutely inappropriate and unnecessary. And I feel like this person is realizing how inappropriate they are, or how vulgar they are, or how disgusting they are for having certain urges or desires or thoughts. And they're realizing this and they're healing, Scorpio. They're beginning to heal these wounded parts of them, and they're realizing that they are very sick, or that they do need to focus on themselves rather than you. I'm hearing they need to get help. Like this person needs help. They need to reach out for support before they get in trouble, before they hurt themselves or someone else. I'm hearing take your time. It's going to take time. There's a lot to be grateful for. Spirit is leading and guiding the situation. Spirit is healing the situation, supporting this person in their healing, and also supporting you and enforcing your boundaries. Scorpio, any and all messages for Scorpio? Anything else? Ultimate fulfillment. With the Ten of Chalices in upright position, I feel like Scorpio, you're tapping into fulfillment that you deserve. That is your right. Ultimate fulfillment. Realization of some sort of dream here. Bringing into fruition your heart's desires. This could be a loving relationship. This could be establishing trust and unity. This could be an ordained union here. This is incredibly fulfilling. This is incredibly beautiful. This is very divine. Heavenly orchestrated is what I'm getting here. I feel like Scorpio, you're having a breakthrough, or you're on the brink of a breakthrough in your ascension journey. You're tapping into higher realms of unconditional love. You're experiencing it in real time. This could be love for yourself or an ordained union. Spirit, tell me more. Your awareness is reaching higher levels, so you are truly able to discern where you stand in your journey. You're really aware of your breakthrough. You know exactly what your breakthrough is and what it symbolizes. You're excited is what I'm getting here. Something is very exciting about this breakthrough. It's the fulfillment. It's the bliss. It's the divinity. This is very exciting for you, and this is giving you a lot of focus and motivation. And like I said, we're aware of the presence of someone willing to cross your boundaries but unable to. We're aware of them. We acknowledge their presence. I'm hearing I don't want to. Whoever this is with these fears and obsessions, they don't want to be this way. They don't want to do these things, but they feel an incredible urge to. But despite their urges, they don't have the capacity to harass you or do anything inappropriate towards you. They don't have access to you and they don't have the capacity to do these things. And like I said, they're in mental turmoil because they want to satisfy the urge. It's like a itch or something. They want to satisfy this urge, but they can't, not in the way they're thinking, or they won't because they know the consequences. This person is like in the midst of their own breakthrough as well, Scorpio, because I see them having an epiphany and realizing that they don't actually want to do these things. They don't actually want to become this like monster or become this, bad thing, bad person. They don't want to do this. They don't want to act on these thoughts. And I'm sensing that they're choosing not to. And there's some hurt feelings surrounding this. This person has hurt feelings about walking away from the situation or taking the high road or being the bigger person. Like their feelings are hurt. They're still in a lot of pain. They're still healing from unhealed wounds and tragedies. So they have hurt feelings. They are uncomfortable with themselves for having these thoughts towards you, Scorpio. And I just want to emphasize you're doing a great job enforcing your boundaries. Spirit wants you to know there's only so much you can do, and the rest, Spirit will take care of. And I feel like Spirit is supporting you by walking this person through their own breakthrough and their own awakening. I see like tears coming from this person because they're having an epiphany that's very healing for them, but it is uncomfortable and their feelings are hurt. A part of them is still in denial and is struggling to cope with the truth or the reality of the situation. Yet at the same time, they are healing. They're having an awakening. They're having a breakthrough. It's taking time. They're cope. They're really having a hard time coping with the truth, with the reality of the situation. Whoa. So this person really was obsessing over you, Scorpio. And they had a misconstrued impression of you, or they didn't know all the details of a situation. They didn't have the right to certain information. They didn't have access to certain information that wasn't appropriate for them to have. And I feel like they're coping with the reality of the situation, or the truth. They're trying to cope. They're struggling coping with the truth or the reality. Like something's hitting this person really hard. Some reality, some reality check is hitting this person really hard, but they are having a breakthrough. And I keep looking at the 10 and 2 of chalices, because like this is what they're coping with. This is what they're struggling with. Scorpio, I feel like this person was in denial about something to do with your fulfillment, with your abundance. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody was in denial about your fulfillment, your abundance, your divinity. This is someone who was in denial about your divinity. This person, Scorpio, somebody was trying to make you out to be evil, or somebody was projecting evil onto you. Like this person was trying to prove you to be evil, or having some evil about you. There's something that this person was struggling with within themselves that they were projecting onto you. This person was on a mission to uncover something dark and evil about you, and they were willing. Thank you, Spirit. This person felt like you were evil, or wanted to make you out to be evil. Like you might have been righteous and upstanding and you might have appeared to be very well rounded, or you might have appeared to be someone who's trying to do right, someone who's truthful, honest, vulnerable, and this person was struggling with hatred within them. They were struggling with um, a lot of unhealed wounding that they were projecting onto you, or that they were just inflicted with. This person was afflicted with wounding that had them behaving in inappropriate ways. Um, this person was willing to cross your boundaries and violate you to make you look bad, or make you look evil. And this person was so deceived. This person was so deceived. They really believed that you were evil and that you were corrupted, and they were on a mission to prove you to be evil or corrupted, and you weren't. Scorpio, you were never evil. You were never what they made you out to be, or tried to make you out to be. So they're coping with the reality of your divinity, the divinity over your life, the favor Spirit shows you, the guidance that you have, the unconditional love that you feel. This person is struggling to cope with the fact that you have this fulfillment, because they truly believed that you were evil. So this is really hard for this person to cope with. It's literally your divinity. Like this person wishes ill intent over your life just to prove a point that they were right about you, or this person had some sort of speculation about you, a preconceived notion about you. And it got to a point where they had to decide to walk away or decide to refrain from violating your rights, your boundaries, because there is a divinity over you, an undeniable divinity over you. And this person has been confronted by the divine, is what I'm getting here. Like the divine is confronting this person, like what you're trying to do, you cannot succeed. You will not succeed. You're divinely protected, Scorpio. I'm getting full steam ahead, Scorpio, for you. I'm also tapping into a very exciting energy, a very fulfilling energy. Um, Spirit, any last messages? Ready? I'm waiting for her to take this Tylenol, and she's not having it right now. Any last messages for Scorpio Spirit? You are experiencing some sort of union, an abundant, fulfilling union with the Two of Swords and the Two of Chalices and the Ten of Chalices in upright position. Like, good for you, Scorpio. Full steam ahead. This is very exciting. There's a lot to look forward to. And as for this person who had ill intent towards you, they're beginning to heal. They're having epiphanies, they're having realizations, or they've had an epiphany, a realization, a awakening. Unfortunately, there are aspects of this person that are still in denial, that are still resisting truth, reality, still looking for. I feel like this person is a fault finder. They're just looking for any evidence to support their idea or ideology of you, their negative outlook of you. This person could be like a fault finder, obsessing over your shortcomings or your failures. They obsess over anything that isn't serving you and your highest good. So Um, Full steam ahead, Scorpio. Um, we're aware of their presence, their denial, their resistance, their refusal to face the truth and reality. We're also acknowledging how well you've enforced your boundaries and how Spirit has uplifted and supported you in your journey. There is more to the story, and we will continue. In the meantime, enjoy yourself. Have a great time. This is absolutely fulfilling. This is exactly what this person is like struggling to cope with. Like, this is beautiful and this is terrifying. This is horrifying for somebody. For you, Scorpio, this is so fulfilling. This is something that you've worked hard for, you deserve, you have every right to enjoy yourself and be lighthearted, be free, be in love, be all of that. Like, if you're in love and you're happy and you're secure in your relationship, like, you have every right to experience these blissful, pleasurable experiences in this divinely guided and orchestrated union and experience. This is what I'm getting here. Somebody is having a hard time with this. Like, this is like their worst nightmare. I really don't know what else to say. Like, this is something that you really worked hard for, you deserve. Thank you, Spirit. Like, that's it. Gratitude. Thank you, Spirit, for making this possible, or for making things happen, like making it happen. We're just so grateful to the divine. Oh, I'm picking up on another energy of somebody who wants to take credit for what it is that you have today, what you're experiencing today. It's like, if this person can't stop you from having a beautiful life because of their own unhealed, wounded traumas, like, this person has some unhealed traumas that is causing them to act in inappropriate ways, and they're focused on you instead of healing themselves. And they're in a lot of mental turmoil. It's like, this person is thinking like, they're evil. I just know they're evil. Nobody believes in me. I gotta do some crazy, wild, inappropriate stuff. I gotta bust through their window. I gotta stalk them to get proof or evidence that they're crazy, that they're evil, and you're not. And then you're tapping into more and more abundance, or you're becoming more and more successful and you're enjoying your life while this person is in this mental anguish, directing and projecting all of their rage towards you, directing all of their fear and projecting all of their fear and rage on you. This is very beautiful. Like, I'm just in awe. Like, I love the way these cards came out. Like, most readings, like, there's like two or three cards that like just really draw my attention. And for your reading, Scorpio, it's these three. Out of all the cards I pulled, like, this is really the main message here. Like, your fulfillment is a nightmare for this person. I feel like they've dedicated so much time and energy to proving some false idea of you, or to like trying to attack you, just simply trying to attack you. Um, all of that time and energy really needs to be redirected towards healing themselves and healing that unhealed wounding that they have. Um, and Spirit is leading and guiding the situation. Spirit is over the situation, and we're grateful to Spirit. But I was going somewhere with this. It's irrational. It's so irrational. Thank you, Spirit. It's so irrational. This person will go from they're up to something, they're evil, we gotta stop them from having a beautiful life. They'll go from having like good intentions or what seems to be just to I'm the reason why they're happy. I'm the reason why they're so successful. It's me. I am like the reason why they're fulfilled and abundant, or like I'm letting them have that, or like it's so irrational. Like what happened to Scorpio being an evil person? What happened to Scorpio needing to be stopped? What happened to the emergency, the urgency? And it's like it's irrational. It's just simply irrational. So this person changes their intentions, they change their story changes, their reasons why change, and it's all changing in accordance to you and where you're at in life. So if you're doing badly, it's because you're an evil person, or it's because you deserve to suffer. And then if you're doing great, if you're happy, if you're abundant, it's because this person wants to have some sort of power or control over you, wants to play God, wants to be all knowing but can't be. This person wishes they were all knowing and they aren't. Um, this person is unhealed, very unhealed, and they have a lot of wounding. And they're not healing themselves. They're not taking their time and energy and using it to heal. They're using it to attack other people, and you have become their target. Um, but we already went over how you're protected, you're abundant, and experiencing your fulfillment. And that's the message. We're very, very aware, and it's not a bummer. It's not a bummer, Scorpio. It's like their presence is there, but it does not taint or take away from your fulfillment. It might even contribute to your fulfillment. It might even add to the joy. I think what Spirit wants you to really walk away from this reading with is the fact that you are divinely protected, and that you should always be grateful to the divine and never be too fleshy, never be too three-dimensional. Always acknowledge the presence of the divine, because there's way more to your story than just cause and effect. There's way more to this fulfillment than logic and order. Something very illogical and divine is sustaining and creating what you've built and what you have. This is the presence of the good despite the evil. This is proof and evidence. The complete opposite is happening here, where this person, this vibrational, I don't know if this is an entity or a what, but there's this presence of someone, something trying to prove evil or trying to give power to evil, give power to devil energy. It's like this person refuses to acknowledge how beautiful life can be, how blissful your experiences can be, and how the divine protects and leads and guides. Like this person is like ignorant or choosing to ignore what is possible in this realm. What is heavenly orchestrated in this realm? It sounds really cheesy. It sounds really corny. Like to this person, it's like, that's so corny. That's so cheesy. Like some of the most blissful, pleasurable experiences are corny to this person and they're not having them. Like they're just resisting, rejecting anything that's really worth having. And you got it. And it's like a nightmare that it's real to this person. They're like proving they just want to contribute to devil energy. They just want to empower evil because they're really unhealed and they're not doing the work to heal. But the divine is proving and empowering grace and bliss. And it's almost like the divine is using this low vibrational frequency as an example to show you, Scorpio, what's possible and where you should focus your attention and put your energy into, and what you should feed and how you should fulfill yourself. The divine is showing you who's boss, really. It's like, this is what I can do for you, and this is what this person is trying to do. Like, now tell me who's boss. Clearly, we know exactly who's in charge here. And that's the point. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this reading out, Scorpio. Peace.